Love, not architecture, for the ender of worlds crumbles all to ruins. Tend not to your fields, for his blood fire reduces all to ash. Care not for your future, for with a breath, Skaarf, ruler of skies, eliminates nations entire. Beware the folly of pride, for even now your reaper wakes. He is the last, the herald of eternal night. He is Skaarf, the vehement, his dreaded majesty, the indomitable and the eater of all. Let us lament the last precious moments of man. Hi, this is Jeff with the Halcyon Masters. Welcome to the Heroic Ties series, where we explain the lore behind your favorite Vainglory heroes. In today's episode, we bring you the story of Skaarf, both ancient and new. Those who believe in the story of Skaarf prophesize his return every 1,000 years. It just so happens there are some weird arson cases which cannot be solved. A farming family from the North Foothills reported massive burn damage to their fields in the early hours. The family thought it was their neighbor that set fire to their fields because they heard someone sneak into their garden and crunch on some of their chilies. Then an unholy belch followed by the smell of smoke and fire. The investigators found claw footprints and bits of a massive broken eggshell. In the Northland, a family's home was burnt to the ground. The fire originated from their 7-year-old's bedroom, and the son maintains that the fire was started by his imaginary pet dog, Buddy. When he asked to describe Buddy, the boy said it had wings and a tail. Now the wings are odd, but I don't know why the investigators thought that a dog having a tail was something weird. After all, here's my dog, and it has a tail. The final unsolved account on record was for a homicide and aggressive arson by explosives. An intoxicated man was taken into custody after he ran from the destroyed Arts and Humanities Spire. He had just lost his job and was overheard wanting to teach the bigwigs a lesson. Before we get into their conversation, we should talk a little bit more about what others are calling the return of the dragon. An archaeologist by the name of Martin Walker's life work is to collect and catalog all stories referring to the dragon species. These stories cross civilizations that would have no connection with each other, so the stories are unique. But one thing that I found that crosses all of them is that dragons are kind of jerks, just like modern day cats.
No.
Dated 1,000 years ago, a man from an unidentified culture recorded that he was minding his own business when an enormous dragon chased him into a cave, just to leave him alive and then burnt down his entire village while he watched. We know that dragons are not known for their mercy, but that really is a jerk move. From a second unknown civilization, an oral tale of a woman who watched the sun go black behind an iron sky. Ash was falling everywhere and would enter their home through an open space to coat everything. While this started off sounding like the best Swiffer commercial ever, it took a turn for the worse as the air turned noxious. The village caught on fire. The woman ran and was the last out of the gate. When she turned around, the dragon descended through the clouds and spit a wall of fire at their backs as they ran. The third account is of a butcher's boy who thought finding a dragon would be a great idea. The story was told by his friend, and it goes like this. They stalked the dragon through the jungle. The butcher thought he would have the upper hand because of his skills butchering meat and the sharpness of his tools. They found the dragon hanging out in a natural spring, eating a meal of fish. While the dragon was focused on eating his latest catch, the butcher boy jumped on its back. Well, the dragon just shook him into the water, screamed fire on him, and made butcher boy stew out of the boiling water. Not really a fair fight. Not at all. So Martin Walker claims that all the reports are spread by 1,000 years, and the last recorded dragon sighting was exactly 1,000 years ago. So let's go back to the interrogation room. The lights are on, probably too bright for the hungover suspect. He yelled, "I didn't do it!" To which Detective Sarth responded, "I see our pyromaniac has a bit of a spark to him. I know what I saw. It had wings, scales, it breathed fire, it was a dragon." Of course, the detective would not believe him. Who would? The man continued, "It was like the legend, except it was a lot smaller." Outside the interrogation room, Skaarf flapped its wings into view of the window. The detective turned to the suspect and said, "It appears that I owe you an apology." She drew a weapon, fired, but it was too late. The spire was already on fire and crumbling around them. The Skaarf has returned. For now, he's just a baby, but he will grow to be the dragon of legend and lay waste to the entire world. Thank you for watching this episode of Heroic Ties. If you enjoyed the video, we ask you to press the subscribe and thumbs up button. Subscriptions directly help us bring you these videos and much more. For more information about Skaarf's lore, the Halcyon Masters, and our guild, check out the comment sections below. And until next time, we'll see you on the Halcyon Fold.